Heartbreaking yet uplifting true story of a family. Torn apart by foster care and reunited by a sister's unbreakable love. I was 15 when life flipped upside down. We grew up in a family of 8 kids. Same mom, same dad, one tiny house, and way too many arguments over who finished the last of the cereal. Things were always rough, but eventually CPS got involved, and our family was torn apart. We were placed into the foster system, and the hardest part was the separation. My older sisters went to one family, my younger brothers to another, and I was sent to a group home a few towns away. At first, it felt like everything was gone. My family, stability, even the small bit of normal we had clung to. My placement was supposed to be temporary, but months dragged into a year. I started to believe the only times I'd see my siblings again would be during short, supervised visits in a stiff office room. Then something happened that changed everything. My oldest sister, Maria, turned 21. She had aged out of the system herself a few years earlier. She'd been working 2 jobs and saving every penny, determined not to let us go through the same struggles she had. The day she got the keys to her first 2-bedroom apartment, she marched into a social worker's office and filed paperwork to become a kinship provider. She told them she came from the same rough background as us, and she wasn't about to let her siblings grow up apart. When I finally moved in with her, it was overwhelming. I had gone from a group home with strict schedules, shared bedrooms, and no sense of belonging to a space where my big sister made my favorite pancakes on Saturday mornings, and I had my own bed. It wasn't perfect. Money was tight. Space was tighter. But for the first time in a long time, it felt like home. The most powerful thing was that Maria never treated us like a burden. She treated us like family. She helped with homework, argued with us about curfews, and showed up crying at my high school graduation. She was so young herself, but she carried the weight of being both sister and parent without ever letting us feel unwanted. Over time, her dream of reuniting us started to happen. One by one, the courts approved our siblings to come live with her. Suddenly, we were crammed into that little apartment like sardines, sleeping on couches and air mattresses. But none of us cared. We were together again, and that meant everything. Fast forward 5 years. I'm in college now, studying social work because I want to help families like mine stay together. Maria is a certified foster parent, and just recently, she bought a house big enough for all of us to visit and fill with laughter again. We've all grown, and we live our own lives now. But the bond is unbreakable. The dream we once whispered about, that we'd all live near each other again, is slowly becoming reality. Sometimes I think about how different life could have been. If Maria hadn't fought for us, if we'd been adopted out to strangers in different states, our family could have disappeared into the system. But she refused to let that happen. Because of her, we didn't just survive. We found our way back to each other. Maria didn't just give us a place to live. She gave us our family back.